everybody, welcome back to KCC Kids Vids. Super pumped to be with you here today, and we are going to bring you an awesome video with some trick shots that I did around the campus with lots of different sports here at the church. And so I want to cut to those, but as we watch these, I want you to be thinking about what exactly is a miracle. Some of these shots are really difficult, and some of these shots took a long time to actually execute, to actually do correctly, and to actually make them go in. But is it actually a miracle that I do such an awesome trick shot? I would say no, but think about, as you're watching these trick shots, what a miracle actually is. So without further ado, here's me making some pretty cool trick shots.
I got a dart and a basketball. This is the bullseye ball hook'em shot. Yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
I'm up here on the roof of the church building. It's super windy, so hopefully you can hear me right now. But I got some discs and a basket down below. This is the top of the world disc golf shot. Let's do it. Yeah! Let's go, baby! Yeah! Let's go, baby!
Got a soccer ball and a barrel and an intimidating staircase. This is the over the stairs soccer dunkaroo. Yes, let's go. Yes, let's go. Got a basketball and a basketball goal. This is the preacher shot from the stage. Let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go!
All right, there you have it. I'm obviously not a professional athlete. None of those shots happened on the first try, which I'm sure you could tell, especially with the disc golf shot with all the discs by the baskets. The disc golf shot took me probably 40 shots. The basketball shot took me probably 8 shots, to maybe 10 shots. The soccer shot took me at least 20. And the dart shot took me several times. I mean, probably at least 50 throws of the dart to try to get a bullseye and hit the basketball goal in the same shot. It took a long time. And if I were able to do miracles, I would have been able to do it on the first try, right? And if it were actually a miracle, then it would be impossible for anyone else to do. And I think anybody with enough time and practice could actually do these shots. So nothing about them, even though some of them were pretty spectacular and really cool, none of them are miracles. In fact, let me show you 3 trick shots that didn't go according to plan, that I tried to make in and spent quite a bit of time trying to make and never could execute. Obviously, golf isn't my sport, and you're about to see why. Here are 3 times I got close to executing the shots that I was trying to, but didn't quite complete them because I cannot do miracles.
Oh! It's the third one I've hit.
did it from that roof. Now it's time for the taller roof. I've only got about 10 discs, but let's try it. This is the moonshot disc golf shot. Woo, baby! Let's do it. Well, you can't say I didn't warn you. I am not a good golfer. Those shots were so difficult. I spent way too long trying to make that putt down the stairs and trying to chip that golf ball into the trash can and trying to make... Well, I didn't spend too much time trying to make a disc golf shot from the very top roof. But all of those were super, super difficult. But even if I had made them, if I got lucky, or maybe the wind picked up my disc differently, or maybe the ball bounced a little differently down the stairs, or something happened with the trash can to where instead of hitting the rim of the trash can, it kind of bounced in, that wouldn't be a miracle if I made it. I can't do miracles. Because miracles aren't something spectacular. Miracles aren't something that are really cool. Miracles are things that we can't explain. That some sort of power is able to do things that humans cannot. And that's what a miracle is. So even though some of those shots that I made were awesome and spectacular, and some of the ones that I missed would have been really cool, they wouldn't have been miracles. I can't do miracles. But there is one that can, and that's Jesus. Jesus did so many miracles throughout his ministry, throughout his life. And I want to read you some of what Jesus did, one of his miracles of healing a blind man. So I'm going to be in John chapter 9, and we're going to start in verse chapter 6. And fair warning, this is a little bit gross. So here we go. After Jesus said this, in John chapter 9, verse 6, after Jesus said this, he spit on the ground, and he made some mud with the spit. I told you it was gross, right? Then he put the mud on the man's eyes. Ugh. Go, Jesus told him. Wash in the pool of Siloam. Siloam means sent. So the man went and washed. And he came home able to see. His neighbors and those who had earlier seen him begging asked questions. Isn't this the same man who used to beg? They asked. Some claimed that he was. Others claimed, no, it can't be him. It only looks like him. But the man who had been blind kept saying, I am the man. Then how were your eyes opened? They asked. He replied, the man they call Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed. Then I could see. This man had never been able to see in his entire life. And Jesus does this weird thing where he spits on the ground and he makes mud with the spit. He wipes it over the dude's eyes. And he says, hey, go wash yourself in this place. And when the man follows Jesus' instructions, guess what? He was able to see for the first time in his life. It was so amazing, so spectacular, so miraculous that everyone around him said, aren't you the same guy that used to beg here that was blind? Oh, no, you can't be that guy. Because there's no way you could be that guy because that guy's blind. That's what a miracle is. Something we can't explain, we can't understand, we can't fathom. We can't, as humans, do something so incredible. And that's what Jesus did here. Jesus made mud with spit and healed a man by doing so. Jesus' power is unmatched. Any trick shot you saw today, Jesus could do it on the first try. Any other trick shot you've ever seen, Jesus could do it on the first try. Anything in life, Jesus can do on the first try. Whatever he wants, whatever he wills, his power is that great. This is just one of the many miracles that Jesus did throughout his life. I would encourage you to read in the Gospels, the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in the Bible, and look for some of Jesus' miracles. There are some miracles that we hear all the time. Miracles like feeding 5,000 people with just a small lunch. miracles like walking on water, miracles like rising from the dead, right? But there are other miracles we don't hear about too often. A miracle where Jesus tells a man to go fishing, and out of the mouth of the fish were 2 gold coins that the man needed for a tax. Or a miracle like people wanting to hurt Jesus and Jesus just passing through them while they stood still, unable to touch him. Jesus did so many miracles, so I want to encourage you, read in the Gospels, find some more miracles, tell me which one was your favorite. I love the story of the man healing, of the blind man being healed a lot because it fulfills prophecy where Jesus, the Messiah, was going to heal blind people and deaf people and sick people, lame people and mute people. And this is part of the fulfillment of that prophecy. It's also kind of gross, which is kind of cool. And just the fact that the man, not only was it Jesus' miracle, the man listened to Jesus. He went and bathed as Jesus told him to, and that's when he was healed. And I think that's an important part of the story too. So get in your Bibles, read more about Jesus' miracles, and that's about all we have for today. So thank you guys so much for joining in for KCC Kids Vids. I'm Mr. Clark, and I am signing off for now. Go do your own trick shots, and also make sure to get in the Gospels and read about Jesus' miracles. Adios, amigos.